I am happy to announce that my new book, Get Better at Anything, 12 Maxims for Mastery, is finally available for pre-order. This book means a lot to me. It's easily the longest and hardest I've ever worked on any project in my life. From start to finish, the project took over 4 years, involving hundreds of books, several hundred scientific papers, and countless conversations with leading experts to assemble. The book digs deep into the fascinating science of learning. I share the fundamental principles that researchers have uncovered that explain how learning works, condensed into 12 memorable maxims that you can use to guide your own efforts and improvement. Along the way, I'll tackle some fascinating case studies, such as why did it take 2 decades before Tetris players began to master the game? Why professional poker players make better predictions than psychiatrists? What was the secret to artistic training of master painters during the Renaissance? How do jazz musicians learn to improvise? And what does the London Blitz teach us about the neuroscience of anxiety? If you've read my previous book, Ultra Learning, then Get Better at Anything is the perfect sequel. I'll dive deeper into many of the important issues raised by the first book while bringing up new stories, science, and practical advice. But even if you haven't read Ultra Learning, you can start reading Get Better at Anything without any prior preparation. I wrote it so that the person who may only read one book in their entire life on this topic would leave with a comprehensive and useful picture of the science of learning. I'm proud of this book, and I want it to do well. But unfortunately, authors face somewhat perverse incentives when marketing a book like this one. While we'd all like a book to just stand and fall only on its merits, that isn't really how publishing works. The vast majority of published books are invisible. Even large bookstores stock only a tiny fraction of what is published annually. Instead, the books that gain an initial burst of readers are much more likely to get media attention, be stocked in bookstores, and be recommended on platforms like Amazon or Audible. Fail to reach a critical threshold of attention, and even great books languish in obscurity. Pre-orders in this system are very important. They signal to bookstores that the book should be stocked. They tell Amazon to use it for recommendations, and they're a major factor in determining whether a book winds up on a bestseller list. If you've been enjoying my writing or these videos and were thinking about reading my next book, I have a small request. Pre-order the book instead of waiting until it comes out. To sweeten the deal, I want to make a special offer to anyone who pre-orders the book on or before May 6th. If you pre-order the book in any version, hardcover, Kindle, audiobook, and send in your receipt, I will give you my full course, Make It Happen. This is a 6-week course covering the psychology of motivation, goal setting, and behavior change. The perfect resource for making the goals that you have happen in your life. All 4 of my previous self-published ebooks. This includes Learn More, Study Less, my first book on learning. It sold over 500,000 copies worldwide. The Little Book of Productivity, 99 Ideas to Make You More Productive and Less Stressed at Work. Think Outside the Cubicle, a revised way of thinking about productivity for students, freelancers, and entrepreneurs. And How to Change a Habit, my popular guide to changing your behavior and your life. And finally, a private 1-hour live fireside chat. So for those of you who pre-order, I'll have a live call, recorded for those who can't attend, summarizing some of the main lessons from the book and also sharing some of the stuff I couldn't fit in. So to help me out with this new book and to get access to all of the giveaways, all you need to do is pre-order the book from any platform in any version and then submit your receipt using the link in the description below. The book will not be available until May 7th. But the pre-order bonuses will unlock as soon as we can verify your purchase. Just a side note, while the exact version of the book does not matter to get the bonuses, if you do choose to get a hardcover version of the book, that is somewhat more helpful for me. Many bestseller lists discount digital copies, unfortunately. However, I know that getting hardcover copies can be difficult for people, especially if you're overseas. So if you choose to pre-order on Kindle, that's perfectly fine too. I'm very grateful. Since this offer is only for pre-orders, I should stress that the book needs to be pre-ordered on or before May 6, 2024 to qualify for the giveaways. I sincerely hope you enjoy the book. Readers like you are the reason I'm able to do this for a living, and for that, I'm eternally grateful.